Hi guys, no one is here. Today I want to share a special match with you. I got a new Ryo Chi Shiboshi a couple of days ago and was playing with building competitive decks for it. So far, I'm happy with the result. And there is a very special surprise at the end. As always, I will offer my thoughts, process and advice, so you might get some ideas for your decks as well. This time I'm going first. When selecting the cards in the beginning, I always try to pick the ones which may have the greatest impact on the game overall. So this time I go with the last ship standing, as it is vital having a card which clears the whole board in case you get spammed combo played on you. And Wood Runner, which has speedy spell surge and if buffed can do some really nice damage. And finally Taskmaster Pido, which can copy any fighter's attack. It's especially neat when opponent has buffed the monster fighter against you, and you just copy all that effort for 4 bucks. For my Shiboshi power I use Lasso, which deals 1 damage to the target and stuns it. It's excellent at controlling powerful monsters, but you have to keep in mind that any purify spell can be used to unstun it, so it's not all powerful. My opponent today is playing Wolf Chun deck, an aggressive deck aimed at dealing incredible amounts of damage before the opponent can retaliate. Soft Pop Bolter has a speed trait, meaning that it can do a double attack once it's able to play. So just keep it stunned with the lasso for now. They use Butterfly Swords, a 2-bark weapon card with 2 attacks. I decided to wait it out and just keep the fighter stunned, as if I played the warrior now they would be able to kill it using the weapon and the Frostfire spell, which does 2 damage. It's good playing defense this particular game because Frostfire can keep up to 2 side fighters stunned, while dealing 2 damage to the fighter in the middle. So the way to deal with Frostfire is to either keep 1 fighter on board and buff it a lot, or collect several cards which will allow you to quickly grow the number of units on the board to 5 or 6 in a span of 1-2 turns. And one also has to remember that a lot of Wolf Chun warriors have Eager trait, allowing the opponent to attack as soon as the card was placed. If I had a card on deck now, most likely it would have already been destroyed by the supply chief. So I keep it stunned while I place Timid Merchant, a 3-bark card which draws 1 card on focus. And here I did make a mistake. First I should have placed the card, the warrior, and then attacked the warrior with my lasso, as focus is activated when Shiboshi power is used. If I did it in the opposite order of how I did it, I would have drawn an extra card. But high damage supply chief got me really excited, so I had to stun it for my peace of mind before I could think straight. Since Taskmaster Pido can copy attack of any card, it seems like a good time to copy the supply chief's attack before it is destroyed. Then I keep him stunned and clear out the soft Pop Bolter. The opponent uses Falling of Fire, which is another Eager card which can be played straight away, and does 2 damage to all enemies on Rampage, before being destroyed the next turn. I clear out the supply chief and charge my Ryoshi's katanas. The opponent plays Payback Pete, which adds 3 attack on, well, Payback. I keep it stunned and summon Wood Runner. and cast target acquired spell, which does 5 damage for 3 barks. Opponent plays Multiplying Menace card, which copies itself upon casting a spell, so before playing this card one must make sure that they have enough barks, not just to cast a warrior card, but also to follow up with a number of spells. This time they use 2 Magnifying Hit Rays, dealing 2 damage to fighters straight away, and 1 extra damage at the end of their turn. A bark token, and finally completes his gambit with the Mabel. And this is exactly the reason I told you that you must have board clearing cards in your arsenal. Boy am I glad I picked one during the original hand choice. I play Last Ship Standing at the perfect time, making my opponent a little sad. Sorry. They use the Frostfire to destroy my last ship, and seems like don't have a good combination of cards worth playing this round. I play another Timid Merchant and use Sentience spell to purify it and give +4 stamina and damage, making it very formidable. Opponent plays Foolhardy, a beta warrior dealing extra 2 damage to random enemy on rally. Then they summon Tallgrass Terrors, 3 little hoppers, which cause 6 damage to my Timid Merchant, and then finish it off with one of the hoppers. So I take out the hoppers with my Ryo Chi Katanas, I have been saving up exactly for such an occasion, and stun the foul. Since I had no good warrior combination ready, I'll play itself and summon 3 Unwavering Guards and commence the poison preparation. The opponent do the expected thing and use Frostfire on my middle guard, killing it, and stunning the side ones, following with Butterfly Swords and the Mabel. Foul does 2 damage to my Guardian, as Mabel invoked its rally trait. Eager Mabel finishes off my remaining Guardian. I take out both remaining warriors with Ryo Chi Katanas. And play Chief Cook and buff it with Our Last Hope, giving it +3 attack and stamina. Opponent uses Frostfire on the Cook and remaining Butterfly Swords on my Shiboshi, followed by Glory Glutton, a 3-bark card which gives an extra 1 stamina on takedown. Finally, they use 2 Bouncing Balls, a spell dealing 3 damage costing just 1 bar, one of my favorite in Fortune Discipline, totaling 6 damage but not killing Cook completely. Understanding that it will go out soon, I decide to make the full use of it. I summon Cheer Chuck, warrior, giving extra 2 attack to all warriors this turn, and follow with Divine Resolution, giving all fighters block and 4 stamina each. All this lovely damage was directed at the opponent's Shiboshi. They use Frostfire to break my Cook's block, a Primal Howl spell giving all friendly fighters +1 attack for 1 bark, and destroying my Cook. Personally, I might have chosen to attack the Shiboshi instead to try and pull over that finish line. But of course there's no guarantee how that would have worked out. With my warrior still stunned by Frostfire, I use Potent Potion to deal 5 damage to opponent Shiboshi. Supercharge the warrior with Harvest, giving it extra 5 stamina, and draw in 2 cards and making a small bite at the Shiboshi. They pass this round as have no good cards to play and just doing 2 damage with Frostfire. I prepare the next poison and get the heavy artillery ready. The short claw giant with 8 attack and 8 stamina. Have another bite at Shiboshi and place brick on the right. When fighting Frostfire, you have to be very strategic with warrior placing, as a spell stuns the side warriors while dealing 2 damage to the attacked warrior. So it's usually better to keep the highest damage dealing warrior in the middle. This way opponent will have to attack one of the side warriors to keep the middle one stunned, while the warrior on the other side will be able to attack. And keep in mind that it's likely that opponent will try to take out the warrior with 2 stamina or less, so it's always worth spending a bit of extra time to consider the placement. Opponent plays another Foolhardy, and as expected attacks the weakest warrior on the side to keep my heavy hitter stunned. Here, the Destiny granted me the perfect card for the occasion, the Sentience, which I used to buff my short claw giant. I immediately summoned Taskmaster Pidor, which, while there is such tasty opportunity to copy huge attack. As you can see, I placed Taskmaster right next to Short Claw, so that if one gets stunned by the Frostfire, the other one will be able to attack instead. Of course, what I didn't realize is that the Sentience spell has already cleansed the stun from my Short Claw, and so I have already won the game. So I immediately remedied the situation. And finally it happened. I've tried 6 or 7 times to breach the Grandmaster level, and the ultimate dream has finally come true. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and take care.